What's up, everybody? Welcome to Retro Collectibles Live. It looks like I got one person waiting already, which is cool. Usually when I come in, I'm like, darn, there's nobody here, and I get all nervous, and then everybody shows up on time. Today I'm thinking the topic of the discussion will be something that I pulled the trigger on. I want to see what all you guys think about that. I can't show the picture of it now because I'm live, do all my little editing magic. If you look over my shoulder, I'm hoping you guys can see it. I'll adjust the camera here. We got made the set a little bit more interesting. Got the hovering DeLorean hovering over my shoulder. But we pulled the trigger on the Solido 1 of 18 scale Challenger Hazzard Tribute. Don't know when it's going to be ready. Don't know when they're coming in. But since we had such good luck with the Solido Porsche, we love that kind. So I want to see what all you guys are thinking about the Solido, if you guys caught the video with the Porsche. And there is Mr. Cowie. Hello, Glenn. So far, 2 people in here. Anybody that comes in, you could speak up. We're all friendly people. Usually it takes a few minutes to get people in here. Usually I sit here scared, whoa, is anybody going to show up? And then boom, like 12 people message me all at once. Craig Jones, hello Craig Jones. Patrick, hey Patrick. Craig Jones, new viewer, hello my friend. Well, not new viewer, new to the live stream. Sometimes I have people that are new and they're not sure whether they should speak up or not, but we're a friendly bunch here. We just talk about diecast. Everybody talks about what they like. And I was just saying that I recently put in a little order for the Hazzard Tribute Solido Challenger. So I was seeing if any of you other guys seen it. Patrick, if it's the same Patrick, I'm glad I caught you before you ordered the red box A-Team van because you would have been disappointed to find out afterwards. Is this that Patrick that I was just talking to? I think it is. I got nervous because the first link I put up, for some reason, it wasn't working. That is the Patrick. Hello, Patrick. The first link wasn't working, so I put up a link that worked and shared it again. Giuliano G will not be here tonight. G's diecast, but he tells everybody hello. He's out with some friends tonight. I'm actually going to be going out with a couple old friends later. My buddy Frank is coming into town, and another buddy Paul is coming into town that I haven't seen in a long time. And we're going to go see my other buddy Stretch, who I haven't seen in a long time. So that's going to be fun. Just going to sit around, chat, all that stuff. Yeah, the Solido stuff though, like I said, the Porsche, the latest one I opened, I'll show you guys actually because it's up here. I could bring it right over here, bring it into the light for you guys. Super impressed with this guy here. Solido made it. I always wanted an RWB Porsche. This came in. I ordered it from Diecast Marvels. Good dude. He packed it bomb-proof, and it came in like 2 days from Quebec. Like I ordered it Friday. I think I had it Tuesday. Very nice. So the only thing I would add to these Solidos is the hood and the trunk doesn't open. But the doors do open, which is cool. And they open very nicely, as you could see. But very good quality for what you pay. I would recommend Solido. So I'm very excited to see what else they have coming out with that stuff. Got 5 people in here now. Anybody else want to speak up, say hello, tell me what you think about the new Solido Challenger that's coming out. I'm going to be unboxing one guaranteed because I got one coming. Get the Rothman's version. Rothman's version Hazzard Challenger, is that what you're talking about? I never heard of that one. I'll have to look that up. Rothman's version, that's interesting. I will have to look that up. I know somebody else put me on to a different General Lee tribute car. I can't remember which one it was, but it was the one with the weed, the 420 and all that. That was cool. I like that one. Oh, the Porsche you're talking about. Yeah, some of the RWBs are so nice. I needed at least one in my collection, and I had such a hard time. See, the guy from RWB Porsche comes to Toronto every year, and I'm not far from Toronto. I'm like 40 minutes. And he came to the big car show and stuff in Toronto, and he was doing a live demonstration of all of his bodywork and stuff like that. And I thought, next summer, how cool would that be? Because everybody brought Hot Wheels and stuff to get signed. I was like, how cool would that be to get a Porsche signed by him? The guy from RWB Porsche, Akira Nakai, I believe his name is. Yeah, that's his name. I looked him up on YouTube. Interesting story behind the guy. I wanted to see what the guy's story was behind the RWB Porsche. Rao Welt Begriff is what it stands for, I guess. But yeah, they make nice stuff. Normally, I'm not a Porsche guy, but when I seen some of the stuff that guy was doing, it caught my eye. I'm usually a Mopar movie car type of guy. So who else we got in here? Anybody else want to speak up, say hello? I don't mind if you just sit and chill. I do the same thing as well sometimes when I watch other people's lives. I just sit there and chill. Nothing really too much hunting this week. I got a couple cool things. Let's see what I could show you here. Actually, I got to go down to my little toy area and show you. Don't mind me, guys. I'm walking around. I'm going to show you guys something cool. Ugh. So I got a couple things. I got one of the new release. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. These are cool. They make platinum chases now. Toronto Blue Jays. My friend actually hid that for me. I didn't even know the store had them, and he messaged me and hid it and said, oh, it's hidden here. So I was like, awesome. I went in and got it. And then I know you guys are more diecast people. And then I got this week. One of the new Hot Wheels releases. Oh, who else we got here? Keely says hello. Hello, Keely. How you doing? Motorhead's Garage. That's a very cool name. Hello, Keely. Thanks for coming by. Hey, Neil, everyone. I just got home. Hemi Nate. Awesome. That's such a smoking deal you got. I'm still pumped about that deal you got on the Knight Rider. What do you think of the Solido Challenger, Nate? Are you getting one? The Hazzard County one? I actually pulled the trigger on one. I don't know when they're coming in, but one is coming here. I just don't know when. So let me know what you think if you're going to get one. Most people here probably don't know what I mean. If it was... It's the car that's in the, like I made a picture advertising this live video, and the car that I'm talking about is the car that I cut out. They took a 2023 Challenger wide body SCAT pack, painted it orange, and put the General Lee numbers on it. I don't think it's going to have the flag on the roof, but that's an easy enough fix. What?
I don't think you're allowed to put it on today.
Maybe not. I don't know. Either way, though. Either way, it's an easy fix. I'll be putting one on for sure.
You want the lights on out there?
Yeah, I'm going to be going out. Yeah.
Okay, here, I'll put them on.
They are on.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm just stepping out for a cheech of my CBD. Don't mind me. So what's everybody doing tonight? Anybody go to any toy shows lately? Diecast shows? ODA show was last weekend. Beautiful location. They're actually, it's going to be in a different location. Actually, Brantford next time. And it's an even bigger location than Oakville, apparently. Like, there's going to be 90 vendors or so. It's something insane they were telling me today. Hey, Neil and everyone. I just got... Okay, yeah, I see that. Doesn't that... Sorry, I gotta see. My eyes aren't that... Doesn't that casting have a sunroof? Which casting? Are you talking about the Solido Challenger? You know what? I don't remember. I think it might actually, though. I don't remember. I don't remember. That's a very good question. I just seen that it was coming out and I got excited and I liked the Porsche that I just got that was done by them. But that's a good question. I'm trying to remember if that's what you're talking about the Challenger. Name a car. Let's see what this says. Sorry, guys. My eyes are bad. Name a car for an edit. Name a car for an edit. Okay, yeah, the Challenger. Yeah, I believe it might have a sunroof. I would have to look in the picture because the picture I shared earlier for you guys is the exact car. Like, that's the picture that they released. And name a car for an edit. Starsky and Hutch car. How's that sound? That's something different than the General Lee. I'm always doing General Lee stuff like that. Don't mind me, guys. I'm here. I'm just doing my CBD out of frame. But it's all good. Hey, Robert Keys. How you doing, my friend? Always good to see you show up. We were just talking about the Solido Porsche. Or, not Solido Porsche. I just opened the Solido Darth Vader Porsche, and I was happy with the quality of it overall, even though the trunk and the hood doesn't open, but it looks great for the money. And they're coming out with a Hazzard County Tribute, which is a 2023 SCAT Pack Challenger wide body, and it's done in orange with the numbers on the side. And we were just discussing that. Have you seen that yet? And if so, what do you think about it? Are you going to get one? Now, the question about the sunroof really bugs me. Now I'm trying to remember if it does have a sunroof, but I can't get out of here and check. That's the problem. Oh, you haven't seen it yet. Well, it's not out yet, Robert, so it's not like you're behind or anything like that. Glenn, are you upstairs?
Yep, just coming down.
Okay, it's okay, buddy. Take your time. I'm back in here. So yeah, you're not missing anything yet because it literally just came out. Like, it's not even released yet. I heard that they're on their way to some of the retailers, people that ordered them, I guess. But it'll still be a minute probably before I have one in hand. But trigger's pulled anyway. I got this guy out here perched up. I hope he doesn't. Oh, see that? He crashed because I moved the thing. I was literally just saying, I hope he doesn't crash. And when it crashes, it scares the heck out of you, for frig's sakes. But yeah, it's, but judging by the Porsche, how good the Porsche looked, I'm excited by that. So, nobody has gotten one in hand yet. So everybody's kind of curious to see. All we got was a picture of how it's supposed to look. And all the places it looks like got the same picture, so we're all kind of wondering how it's gonna look in person. But they didn't disappoint me with for the people that just showed up a little bit later. They didn't disappoint with this here. I was very, very happy with it, the way it looks, and it's my first 118 Porsche, the Darth Vader. It's got the little nameplate. But it just looks killer. The hood and the trunk do not open, but looks amazing, and I fell in love with it. Even the way the wheels are, they roll smooth, but they're tight so that the car's not rolling all over, bashing into stuff. Like, I like it. They even included a little tool to open up the doors with, which I thought were cool. So... And thank you, everybody, for coming. See, we're getting a crowd now. 10 people in here, 11 people in here now. Anybody else want to say hello? You can come say hello. We don't bite. We're just talking about diecasts and all the fun stuff that we enjoy. And we're sitting around. Actually, I was going to say we're sitting around drinking Pepsi. My Pepsi's not even open yet. I think there's a Martini Racing Edition. I'm going to look that up, actually. That sounds very, very interesting. Some of them are just beautiful. Gordon's not here tonight, but there was an older one. Hello, Glenn. Glenn's in the comments now saying hello to you all. There's an older one. Trying to remember what it was. It was those Eagle Pass ones. I think they're called Eagle Race or Eagle Pass Race or something. They came in a silver box. They made a really good looking couple Porsches, but I can't remember who made that. Older company though, and you could usually get them for pretty cheap. That place in BC, if you guys have not checked that out yet, it's called Yoma Car Model. They have very, very, very like cheaper than Walmart for their green light stuff and everything. The only thing is with that is you get dinged for the shipping a little bit. So if you make an order, you want to make it kind of worth your while. But for their 118 stuff and everything, woo, smoking deals. But that shipping, wow.
Yeah, it'd be worth it if you had a couple people in the same area.
Yeah, to
go
put in
and
on it.
something.
Yeah, to put in on it, or to don't just order one thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
make it worth the while.
Yeah, have a couple people from the same area orders something and then ship it in one parcel and then split the shipping.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's a good place. I usually order out of Quebec though, because literally you have it in where I'm at and on Southern Ontario, you have your car in like 2 or 3 days. But I used to order from Passion Diecast quite a bit, but ever since I placed what happened was I placed an order with them, and it was every order I did with Passion Diecast up until this one time was perfect. But then came the time I did when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I did a draw randomly for one of you guys to win a prize. And the person that I picked I did a randomizer draw, whatever. The person picked a Barago Porsche, like a 118 scale, it was a Ferrari actually. Nice car. And so I ordered it from Passion Diecast, paid for it and everything, but instead of giving my address, I gave the winner's address and I gave instructions. I explained exactly what happened. I said, I've ordered from you a bunch. It's Neil. This guy won a contest, a prize from me, so I'm paying you guys. So instead of sending it to me, send it to him. They wouldn't do that. And not only would they not do it, they stopped responding to me. Like basically the guy's waiting. A couple weeks go by, and you got to remember, this isn't my car. This is at the time, this is a complete stranger in the States. Like, he's taken my word for all this, right? So he's waiting weeks for his car, and then finally I messaged him and say, what's going on? Like, can we get tracking? Is there any estimation when this thing's coming? Like, this is one of my viewers, right? Oh, well, we didn't send it because we don't want to send to the States, blah, blah, blah. We don't do that. We don't ship it. Well, why not? It's paid for. Like, because they were saying something about a scam or fraud or something. I was like, you had me on the phone. Like, I talked to them on the phone too. I said, you know who it is? Like, I don't get it. So yeah, I don't get from there anymore, but nice car I do get from. Yes, Patrick. Nice car I do get from all the time. Hello, grandfather. How are you? Not bad. Hello, grandson. How are you doing? Hey, guys, my grandson, Hadi is in the comments. Everybody say hi to my grandson. Hello, grandson. That's hilarious. That's so random. That's probably the first random, just weird comment on one of my lives. Not weird, funny. I think it's funny. I am kind of wearing a grandpa hat, though, I guess. So yeah, that made me laugh, my friend. That's funny, grandpa. No, well, technically, I guess I'm old enough to be a grandpa because I have a 16-year-old daughter, but no, I'm not old enough to be a grandpa, actually thinking of that, so no, not yet. So yeah, what were we actually, oh yeah, so anyway, nice car diecast in Quebec, I definitely recommend. They've been nothing but speedy with me. Their prices are great. That was the problem, is it actually hurt me when Passion Diecast did that, because I used to order quite a bit from them and everything went smoothly, but then it seemed as though if there was a problem, and it didn't just happen to me. I talked to another couple of friends, but it seems like if you have a customer service issue, that's when there's a problem. Like if you can't speak French or whatever, like you kind of get put on the back burner. And I guess this same thing happened to a couple other people. I'm not trying to knock anybody, but that's just how I felt. I was like, okay, why is this happening? Grandpa, I have a question. Do you pay taxes on your homes after I own them? Taxes on my homes after I own them? Well, I've no after I own them. Like, in Canada, you mean? Do people pay? Yeah, people got to pay tax on their house, but yeah, they pay property tax and stuff like that here. Yeah, for sure. I rent. I'm not lucky enough to own a house, but I know people that do own houses and they do got to pay tax. It sucks for tax here in Canada. That's where I'm at. I'm in Canada here and it sucks for tax, my friend. That is so funny though, Grandpa. That's so funny. That's making me laugh. Sorry, guys, just having a little chooch. But yeah, definitely recommend nice car and Yoma car model as well. And my new friend Marvel Diecast, who treated me very well my last order here. Very, very well. Just trying to get out of the wind a little bit here. See if I could sit over here. There is some smoking deals on Marketplace this week. I helped my friend get 2 chrome chases. He got a 57 Plymouth Belvedere that looks just like Christine. I know Christine's a Fury, but this one's a Belvedere. He got a 57 Belvedere chrome chase, and then the same seller put up a Ford Torino chrome chase, same year as the Starsky and Hutch car. Do you know? You know what? I've heard of Diecast Depot, but I've never ordered from them. But I have seen people ask. A great group to join, Patrick, if you're not already in it yet, is the Canadian 1 of 18 scale collectors group, because that's where I learned a lot of good sites and stuff. But I'm pretty sure that I've seen posts where people said they're legit. I've just never ordered from Diecast Depot myself. But I do believe they are in Canada. Grandpa, I'm your grandson, but I'm in Saudi Arabia. Oh, wow. You're quite a ways away then, grandson. Do you collect die-cast cars? I mean, Nate, what are you saying? I'm back. I had to dig out my Solido Dodge Challenger Lelcat. Oh, wow. Does have a sunroof. Yeah, that's a good question I was asked earlier. Oh, you just got the Starsky. What, a chrome chase or a Starsky and Hutch car, you mean? And yeah, I seem to remember the picture I shared, like the composite of how it's gonna look. I think it does have a sunroof. And did you get a Starsky chrome chase or a Starsky? I live in Stony Creek, Ontario, Canada. That's where I live. So I'm a Canadian, eh? And you landed on a channel that we collect a lot of collectible stuff, like anything collectible really from the 1980s and stuff, but a lot of die-cast cars, movie cars, stuff like that. That's what we do. We collect stuff like that. But we're a friendly bunch, as you can see, so we don't mind that you hang out with us. It's okay even if you don't collect, if you hang out with us. Great, I'm your grandson in Saudi Arabia and the Lazar region. Wow. I don't know much about it over there. I just know that it's hot probably, right? It's like the desert over there. It's getting pretty cool over here. And I want to know, oh, Patrick, regular. Okay, that's awesome. Which one did you get? The Erdl or did you get the green light one or which one did you go with? I went with the old school Ertl. The Racing Champions Ertl. Racing Champions Ertl are the same thing, really. But I went with Ertl just because I was. But I think we were discussing Ertl made the mistake on the front with the Ford. Remember, I was showing you that? They put it up way too high, and it's on every one. Good choice, because that would have bugged you about the Ford on the top. And it wasn't just a one-off with my Ertl. They did it to every single one. And it's like, what a piss off. Wow. I'm sure it could be fixed, but I don't want to start screwing with that. Like, I'd have to try to find a water slide decal that's exactly the same and everything. But yeah, that Ford on the front, that's the only thing I really don't like about that. Glenn has the Artisan one. I don't know how long you've been watching the videos, Patrick, but a couple months ago, Glenn got an Artisan Starsky and Hutch car, and the cool thing about it is the headlights and siren on the roof work. It's some custom job. The guy that he bought it from sent it to some customizer over in Texas, and the guy like wired in all the lights and everything to work. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Glenn collects everything. He's telling you guys what he collects, but he collects a lot of Hot Wheels, a lot of diecast cars, anything diecast cars he's into. He's got a huge collection. Oh yeah, that was a cool one. That's whoever did that did a good job on them. The headlights on them, are they ever bright? Same guy did his Glenn's Bullet Mustang, and frig, those headlights are bright, man. Wow. I was shocked when I seen how they lit the room up. They light the whole wall up. I have never visited the Middle East. No. I don't even think I would be allowed over there. I don't know. I'm not allowed in the United States, so I don't know if I would be allowed in the Middle East. I know I can go to Cuba and places like that, but I'm not allowed to cross to cross into the United States. I can't do that, unfortunately. Because of mistakes I made in the 1990s, believe it or not. When they tell you when you're young not to break the law and get a criminal record, listen to it, because they're not bullshitting. It follows you. It really does. Now I have to get the Bullet Charger with working headlights. Yeah, that would be cool. But at least you got a good charger. You got the Glenn got a Bullet Charger that's as nice as mine. It's green light auto world, like it's in a green light box, but it says auto world on the box. So they did something together with it. I don't know what it was, but it's very similar to my American Muscle Authentics one. Like, it's got an opening glove box, and it's got the correct. I don't know if you knew this actually, Patrick. You probably do though, but the rims on the black Bullet Charger, to be correct, they've got to be the hubcaps. Like, that's on my car. Like, the older Ertl has rims. But in the movie, if you remember, when he was going around corners, hubcaps were flying off the car. Somebody pointed that out to me. I was like, wow, that is friggin' close. You know what I mean? Like, I was surprised that was noticed. But yeah, when he pointed it out to me, I said, wow. But Glenn's green light Charger has the correct rims on it, at least. All good, Hattie, all good. Yeah, it's mistakes in the 1990s, like I said, when I was a young man, getting in trouble. That's all. Nothing serious, never killed anybody, anything like that. Just pulled my Solido Challenger off the base for the first time in a while. I was mistaken. I thought it had suspension, but I was wrong. So my bad if I said Solido had working suspension. Oh, you know what? I wasn't sure if it did or not. I know my Porsche doesn't. I checked my Porsche. My Porsche does not have working suspension. Are the wheels tight on your Solido Challenger? Because I notice on the Porsche, they're smooth rolling, but they're tight. And I like it because the car can't just roll by itself. Like, I don't need any putty on it. And it looks like they did it intentionally. And I thought, that is a good idea. So I was wondering if they did that to everyone. But that is my first. I've been looking at pictures of Solidos on Marketplace for a while now, and people post, and for reasonable prices usually, and I'm always like, those look good. They always look good every time I see them. I think they did a green Challenger. Dude, did you get the burnt orange one? I mean, Nate, they're fairly loose. Okay, maybe they only did it. Or maybe it's because the Porsche's wheels are so friggin' close with that body kit, maybe. Hattie message attracted. That's all right, my friend. It's all good. You're being respectful, so that's cool. We don't mind. We don't mind hanging out with you. You're being respectful. Like I said, though, we're just a bunch of guys that collect collectible stuff, movie cars stuff. So I don't even know if you're in our age bracket, but who is this here? Max! Max, hey buddy. You know what? I am sorry the other day I missed your message. Coincidentally, that morning that you sent me that text message, I had a friggin' stomach attack that morning. They're getting fewer and further between. Like, I haven't had one in like a month now, like since, last time I had it, whatever. But I had a stomach attack. Like, I actually didn't go into work Friday because I had a stomach attack. But I think the stomach attack was brought on by some stuff I was eating too, because at first when I was getting them, I thought it was because I was drinking too much chocolate milk, so I quit drinking that. And I started drinking chocolate milk this week again, and I never eat takeout barely anymore. And on Thursday night, I bought a Big Arch from McDonald's. Attack 6 in the morning. You know what I mean? So it has to do with what I'm eating as well. So the chocolate milk's gone for sure again. Because as soon as I start drinking it again, I get an attack. So clearly, you know what? Some people have said that, but the thing is, like, I wonder if it's more. I know it's the cannabis, whatever it is, because what I, to be honest with you, my friend, I thought they were nuts when they first said that. When I got my first attack a year ago, my younger cousin called me. He's about 5 years younger. He said, "I think you have this. It's cannabinoid hypermesis syndrome." I said, "What the hell's that?" I said, "Did your doctor tell you that?" "Yeah, your doctor's nuts. Why haven't I heard of this? Why aren't all my friends getting it?" You know what I mean? It turns out my cousin was right, because if I start getting one of those attacks, if I jump in a hot shower, like get it as hot as I can, take it as long as I can, they don't know why, but something with the receptors in your brain, it shuts the attack down. And that's the one time I had it so bad I had to call an ambulance. That's the first thing they were asking me, is if I smoke weed every day and this. I said, why are you asking that? Like, what does that have to do? And that's what they told me. And yeah, after that attack, I started trying the hot showers, and that's what told me that a lot of it is due to that. Because the hot shower shuts it off like magic. I can't even believe it. I felt like an idiot, though, not listening to my cousin, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I've had several people mention gallstones, actually. My friend Dave thought that I had what he has, something called diverticulitis, actually. And that gets very serious, painful bouts. But yeah, the one thing that tells me that the cannabis was causing it, like I said, was if I have an attack and get in the shower, it shuts it down. And I still can't believe that, because all the hours I used to suffer with them, man. Wow. Should have listened to my younger cousin. And the weird thing about my younger cousin is for him, it's the opposite. He was eating edibles, thousands of milligrams a day, like all the stuff I don't do. He was getting the attacks. He smokes weed now, doesn't eat the edibles anymore, doesn't get attacks. But I get attacks from smoking weed, wild. But now I smoke CBD, which is basically very, very, very low THC, like bunky weed that kind of goes after inflammation and stuff like that, which is what I'm supposed to be using to begin with, and I don't get the attacks. So that's good. Yeah, what happened Friday morning, I'm convinced was that what I was eating the night before. Sean Michael, my friend, how you doing? Just got home from the Jays game. Oh, you would have liked what I showed earlier, actually. I got this week, actually I'll show you again in a minute. It only takes me a second to go grab it. But I got a figure this week that you probably would have liked. We were just talking because I had another attack Friday. But it wasn't that bad. Like it wasn't like go to the hospital, all that stuff bad. Now because I jump in the shower when it's happening, shut her down. But all is good, and I'm putting my weight back on, but you guys could probably see that in my face. My weight's definitely coming back on, but that's what was robbing my weight, was the cannabinoid hypermesis and my untreated ITP that I didn't know had came back again. But that's under control too now, so I'm healthy, knock on wood. And we are very glad to see Max back. I was actually going to call you this weekend, Max. Max has been taking a little bit of a break. Just time for him and his family from social media. But he's been missed on a lot of the posts. So I was actually going to call you this weekend. And Glenn has been asking about you too, Max, more than once actually. Asking how you are, if I've heard from you. I just said, yeah, he's just taking a little break. That's all. That's all. And yeah, no problem, buddy. Thank you for coming. I did not expect to see you here tonight. In fact, so Giuliano is out with having social with his wife and friends. And I think at the beginning of the thing, I said Giuliano is not going to be here. And I think I might have said I don't expect Max here. So yeah, it's awesome that you came. And wow, we are kicking. We got 11 people. It seems to fluctuate. 11 goes up a couple times, down a couple times, but it's all good. I'm starting to learn these things a little bit better, the lives, because they go up as a regular video afterwards. So that's why I was kind of trying to do it like a topic. That way, when it's done, I could put a thumbnail and people know what the heck we're talking about. That way, if they want to talk about the Solido charger, they can come watch what we talked about. Yeah, the what was cool about the Darth Vader Solido when I did the unboxing is surprisingly that was the first full unboxing of that car on there. So that was kind of cool. There was another dude that did a go around of the car, but it was a 2-minute video. So that was kind of cool that I got that off because I'm late coming into the scene unboxing a lot of stuff. You got to admit that a lot of the stuff I get's older, right? So, but I'm lucky you guys come to watch me unbox stuff still. And my Christine video, I'll explain, because I know a lot of you guys have been around since the beginning that are in this chat. Some of you aren't, but some of you have been. Christine, Silver Screen Machines Auto World, I did it again. And the reason I did it again is because back when I did it, well, firstly, it's a significant car to my channel historically because it's the first brand spanking new movie car that I ordered. Like, that's the car that I said, okay, I'm committing to this. I'm going to do unboxings on my channel. Because to me, that was a lot of money for cars back then, I used to think. When we were hanging out in the summer, did the guys in the hot dog place ever get in touch with you? No, he did never get in touch with me. He did not. And hey, Bobby, how you doing? No, they never did get in touch with me. But it's not to say that he might still. You never know. But you know how people are. I was hoping he would though. But explaining the Silver Screen Machines, Christine. So it was one of my first cars that I did. It was back when I was shooting on an iPhone 7. Probably before I could even edit. Like back when I was first starting videos, if I made a mistake, I had to go back and start over. Like I didn't know how to do anything. So I had a crappy camera, probably crappy everything on there. And I probably had 26 subscribers at the time. Like I unboxed some heavyweight cars back before I had subscribers. And I go back and look at the videos and like, wow, that video has only got like... For example, the Reservoir Dogs card, because I didn't hashtag it and everything properly. it has like 68 views or something on it. Like, holy crap, you know what I mean? But a lot of them, I didn't understand hashtags. I didn't understand thumbnails, you know what I mean? Like, I was putting funny thumbnails in that, but they weren't like attention grabbing, clear thumbnails, right? My videos are doing a lot better now because of that. But yeah, some of the cars that I've done a long time ago, I'm starting to get asked about again because people just simply haven't seen them.
Yeah,
So,
Dirty Crazy Mary's one of my favorite cars.
you know what's funny you say that because Dirty Mary Crazy Larry was the other one I was considering doing because I had a couple people asking me about that. So yeah, it was just a matter of doing a car that not many people seen to begin with, and it was the first major one that I did, and yeah, I could do it better a second time around with a better camera, better editing, everything else. So I gave it a crack, and it did well. I mean, it's not even 24 hours yet. It has well over, I think it's last time I checked it at 160 views, something like that. So for not even a day, that's pretty good. Wow. And thank you guys, everybody in here and everybody else for all the views and support lately too, because that's what keeps me going. If nobody watched, I would get discouraged, right? I'd be like, I don't want to keep doing this. It sucks. Nobody's watching. So if you guys weren't watching and clicking like, I would get discouraged and I would probably quit. But instead, I keep ordering more cars, getting more cool stuff going, projects, stuff like that. Speaking of a cool project, Giuliano, we got to check in with him, G's Diecast, because he, if you remember, I got him a car that was pretty similar to James Dean's Porsche, the one that he died in. Little bastard, he called it. Very, very similar to that. Same paint job, everything. So he ordered the decals for it to make it that. So I'm very, very interested to see how this is going to come out. When are you starting the RC? Probably soon. I just got to do one thing at a time. I'm going to be buying next the... was something I forgot about is I got to get the wheels on my blue Charger for the Christine car. I got Krager wheels for it, the proper wheels to put on the blue Maisto to make it the expensive looking blue Charger, and still haven't done it yet because they aren't Maisto wheels, so they don't go just Maisto to Maisto, right? I worked with Auto World on both the Christine releases and Dirty Mary Crazy Larry releases doing design consultation. Glad to hear people like them. Awesome.
I've got it in the 118 and the 164.
Yeah, Glenn has it in 164, the Dirty Mary Crazy Larry. 164 is actually hard to get itself, believe it or not.
Yeah, no, I'd like to get the slot car because I got a lot of the General Lee slot cars.
Oh, I thought you had a slot car, Glenn. I thought Glenn had a slot car of it, but he doesn't. I'm just coming down here to show you guys the rims I got for the blue car. Now, it's not going to be fancy like the Auto World blue Christine Charger, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was impressed. I bought them from a guy in the Canadian 118 group. They're pretty close. For the blue Christine car, the blue Maisto, I removed the stripe off it. I'm gonna actually, that's not the right one. No, forget you saw that one. But it's this one's the right one. I got 4 of these. The 2 back ones are wider. Are you planning on making that wheel swap on the Christine Charger? You know what? I would like it to roll, and there was a guy that told me exactly what I needed to do it. I just have to go in my inbox and look. I would like it to roll, but if it couldn't roll, I would be okay with it. But yeah, it's going to be going on this right here. If you guys remember, I removed the black stripe using acetone-free nail polish remover. That was on. It came off perfectly without any damage or anything. That was a Maisto from, I believe, 2023. Costco, I believe. Yeah, like I said, it's not going to be beautiful like the auto world. It's not going to look anything like that, but it is going to be, it's going to look nice enough to sit beside Christine, you know? Patrick, you've probably seen it already, but remember I got a little piece of the boar's nest to put with, you guys could probably see that, eh? Oh, yeah. Little piece of the boar's nest in the back to put with Boss Hog car. There you go. Now you can see it all. But yeah, Auto World silver screen machines are among some of my favorite line. That's what I tell a lot of people to get. Oh, it was Patrick we were just talking today actually about those red box Hot Wheels. They go for premium money, but for example, for the 18 van, I would either take the Hot Wheels Elite in the black box, or I would take the green light over that red box, because the green light, at least it's got the slide door. And I've never seen the red Ecto out of the box, but my friend Eric, who collects, he's a Ghostbusters nut. We had a long talk about the Ectos, and he showed me some pictures of it, and he wasn't very happy with it. Like, he said the Hot Wheels Elite blows it out of the water, and yeah, I've got the license plate. That's killer. And yeah, working on them, that would be killer as well. I couldn't even imagine working at that place. Be cool to be able to get, like, if they gave away the old stuff, but I know they probably destroy that stuff. But like the artist drawings and stuff like that, that would be pretty wild, I think. Pretty cool. I wish Auto Worlds, I don't know, I wonder if they're still actually going to be producing one of 18 cars in that lineup. I would love to know that, and if they are, what else they're going to come out with. That would be wild. Oh, somebody Greenlight. What? I seen Greenlight recently, so I'm wondering, I'm hoping Greenlight does Hell's Chariot in 118. But they recently did another car, and it was a pretty big movie car, and we're all wondering if they're gonna do it in one of 18. And I'm trying to remember what it is. It's by Greenlight anyway. No idea why the Heritage Series Red Box by Hot Wheels are getting top dollar. Yeah, they. I don't know either. On Marketplace, you don't see the red box for under $250. I don't know either. The bang for the buck just is not there. It's supposed to be a budget line. Wow, yeah, that's, if it was originally a budget line, that is crazy. Because if you look at on Marketplace, you don't really see them for under $250. The red box ones. That's why I thought they were like something special. But then when I started looking into them, I was like, all it is the secondary market overpricing stuff is what it is. Because yeah, I would rather have the green light over the red box for sure. But the Elite, ooh, that's beautiful. I seen a guy on Marketplace. I missed a bunch of stuff. He sold the yellow Auto World silver screen machine, you know, Daisy's car. He sold that for $175. I don't see that for under $300 usually. He had a Hot Wheels Elite 18 van. He sold that for $350. I don't usually like that. Usually I see that for like $600. Like I do not see that cheap. That's not one I see cheap. Yeah, he had a bunch of hard to get cars. Like, I could not believe it. And he sold them for cheap. I think he had the blue Christine car. He had the Camaro, I think. Like, he had a bunch. Same seller, but most of them sold. The first ad that caught my eye that he had was he was selling a, I don't know if it was Greenlight or if Ertl did it, but it was the Fast and the Furious Darden's car, one of 18 in the box. and the Monte Carlo, which I already have, the Tokyo Drift one, but both of those for $100. That's the ad that I seen, and then I started checking his other ads. I was like, holy shit. I think it was just a guy maybe had an emergency and needed money or something, but I was like, holy crap. Does the side panel light up on the Ecto 1A? I don't think that they no, I don't think they light up at all actually. I don't think the anniversary does either. I think the ones that light up are the like the big huge Blitzway one, like the 1/6 scale, whatever it's called. But I'm not positive. I don't think that any of them have working lights. But I've talked to friends before. I think it'd be wicked to be able to put like make the Ecto all lit up and everything. That would be killer. That would be amazing. I would love to be able to do that. I love even what they did with the Super Elite stuff. I would love the Super Elite Knight Rider car, but I will never afford one. But it's so cool, man. Wow. But at least I have a Joyride one anyway. But the Super Elite Knight Rider, like if you've seen the video with my Super Elite DeLorean that lights up and has all the different wheels and that, the Knight Rider, like it talks, the theme song comes out of it, the dash lights up, everything, man. It's pretty wild. No, the Hot Wheels 118 Ecto don't light up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wish it did. Can you imagine if it did, or if somebody? Well, you know, guys have customized it somewhere. Get the Playmobil Ecto one. Yeah, that's what I was gonna mention. Lego and stuff like that have some of them that light up, and some of them look pretty not bad actually. But it would be wicked if somebody sold a light kit for that. You know what somebody does sell that I'm gonna grab it. I think maybe this week now that I remember. It's on AliExpress. After I edit this, I'll put a picture up here so you could see it. But there's this guy 3D printing. It's flamed tire tracks, okay, for a 118 car, and you plug them in, they light up. And it just looks pretty cool, man. Like you put your 118 DeLorean in front of it and the flames are all lit up, the tracks behind it. It's a guy not on AliExpress, on Etsy. By the way, Etsy is, you got to watch the shipping charges, all that stuff. But I've seen some pretty cool homemade resin figures and stuff on Etsy. If you guys have ever seen that website. Lots of resin figures, stuff like that, but they're usually under weird names. You just got to search up the stuff. But those tire tracks, when I seen them, I started going bonkers. I need a set. I think they're like 60, 70 bucks shipped, but they look so cool, man. They're very cool. Yeah, they're awesome, Max. I think I sent them to you actually, Max. I sent them to a couple of you guys. Yeah, I did actually, Max. Yeah, you've seen them, but you might not remember them, but I sent them to you. They're the ones that light up, remember? It was like a month ago or a few weeks ago. Yeah, you remember them, yeah. That's something I still want to order a set. And you know, if I order a set, I'm going to do a review on them and stuff. But they look awesome. So stuff like that I keep forgetting about. There's still a bunch of resin figurines I got to get for my cars too. My friend has a 3D printer, and I found a website that has files for all the Dukes of Hazzard, everything, right? And but it's a different type of printer. It's not the same one. I was like, damn, I thought my friend was going to be able to just print me out all these figures, because this website, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I got it in Facebook anyway, but they got all the figures. Like, you'd be shocked at how many figures they actually have from different TV shows. But I was like, damn, I wish I had a 3D printer. But then you gotta have to paint them too. I see a lot of them sold unpainted. My painting sucks. If I was somebody like G, I could just, it'd be perfect. You know what I mean? Do up Frank Bullet, no problem, perfect. And it is gonna, feels like it's gonna storm out here. Not that it matters, because we're on a porch with a roof, but feels like it's gonna storm out here a little bit. Wild. And that is awesome. So many of you guys showed up tonight. Thank you for all you guys showing up tonight. That was killer, because usually when I put up a picture saying that I'm going to do a live on YouTube, I'll, 5 or 6 people will like it to like acknowledge that they seen it. And I checked it before and I said, oh geez, I wonder if nobody's seen it or knows or something like that. So I was glad that everybody knew about it anyway. Yeah, it's way better than snow. I hate snow. I'm originally from Sault Ste. Marie, which is 3 hours past Sudbury. And yeah, man. But sometimes people up here are like, oh, you're from up north, you shouldn't mind this stuff. It's like, I've been down here since 2000. Like, I've been here longer than I lived up north. And I'm too old for that stuff. I remember one Christmas going back there and it was like minus 30 and it's like a different cold, man. And I got in my friend's truck and we were waiting for it to warm up and I was cold to the bone. And I was like, this is why I could not live up here no more. No way. Way too cold. We escaped winter last year here. We had like couple snowfalls. That was about it. We completely escaped winter. I couldn't believe that. And I hope it happens again. Because that'll be awesome. I'm not a winter guy, period. It's funny, I'm going down later to, like I mentioned, to my buddy Doug's house. He just got into collecting diecast not long ago. And he just dove in head first and started buying. He bought a few of them right off the bat. He's really after the Fast and Furious ones. He wants to collect the whole line of them. One of those ones I'd really like is that black Honda Civic, but that's never cheap. Wow, every time you see that black Honda Civic, it's like 200, 250 bucks. I like it because it's nice. I remember in the movie, when the movie came out, I seen it in the theater, and those Civics, I was in love with them just because they weren't all full of stickers and that. I thought, man, those look cool. And then when I seen that Ertl did those as part of the line, I was like, that's pretty awesome. But then when I see them, they cost a fortune. Voiture Miniature DZ, that would be Miniature Car DZ, I'm guessing. How are you doing, my friend? I'm good. How are you doing? We have somebody new with us, guys. Say hello to Voiture Miniature DZ. Yeah, we welcome everybody here. We're just talking about diecast cars right now, movie cars. The stuff that we all love. Unfortunately, though, most of those black Civics have... Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't know that. I've never seen one up close, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's weird that certain cars, sometimes when they come out, a lot of them have crap paint, the same car. Yeah, but to tell the truth, I've never looked at one up close. But that's good to know, and that sucks that they did come out like that. I've had good luck with Ertl with paint, believe it or not. Ertl's been pretty good with paint with me. Thank God. You collect cars. Yeah, we all collect cars, my friend. We collect 1 of 18 scale. A lot of us collect Hot Wheels. Yeah, we love all those cars. And a lot of us even have real cars. Yeah, that sucks about the black Civics now that I know that. There was one of those on Marketplace I was watching the other day that dipped a little bit below 200. I think it dipped to 190 or something last time I checked. I'll have to check if it's sold or not. I know there's other Marketplace snipers though, because sometimes I'll go for something and it'll go to pending. So there's other guys on there just snipering it up. It develops over time. Normally has to do with the rock. You know what? I've wondered about that. I've heard different theories about paint rash and stuff like that. I've wondered how it occurs. But yeah, I figured it was something to do with the painting process itself. Like I know a real car, for example. Like when my father used to paint a real car, like he didn't do it for a living. He just did it with his buddies. But I remember him showing me. He sprayed the whole floor of the garage with a hose. I said, what'd you do that for? He said, for the dust. So it doesn't, because if any dust or anything gets into the paint. I said, oh, good thinking. So yeah, it could be anything in the process that just affects it later on. Yeah, we know all those brands, my friend. Welly, Hot Wheels, Barago. Are you into Maisto? Maistos are pretty big now because they're hitting all the Costco's, a lot of Costco's. They're cheap cars, but they're not bad for what you pay. I mean, as long as you're not paying a fortune for them from Marketplace or whatever, they're okay for what you pay. They're good. Isn't there something called zinc pest that eats away at the metal or the zinc pest? I'm gonna look into that. You know what? I'm gonna look into that. I've never ever heard of that, but I do not know a lot about this paint rash issue. So I'm gonna look into that zinc pest. In fact, I might even go on and see if I could find as much out as I can about paint rash. So that way, next time I do a video, I can actually talk a little bit more about it. Cause yeah, it's something that affects all of us. So whether the cars are big or small, it affects everything. It even affects little ones, whatever. Expensive ones, cheap ones. One of my expensive ones, one of my only Ertl ones with really crappy paint, believe it or not. You know which one it is? Smokey and the Bandit, believe it or not. My Ertl Smokey and the Bandit, I got it sealed in the box, and it was just horrible. The paint on it was not great, and the door didn't close properly, the hood didn't close properly, but then over time, now the door closes fine over time, but it's like it's warping in the box. It's weird. I was disappointed with my Smokey and the Bandit because I got it brand new. That would be a good shot. Paint finish, paint rash, and does it devalue the car? That is a very good talk, and I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna do research about that. That way, when people are talking about it, I'm not just like, I've never heard of that. Yeah, I know I'm always preaching about removing straps because that much I do know, because we do have cars in the house that do have damage from straps. I don't know if it's a paint reaction, or I don't know, because plastic has weird chemicals in it, does weird stuff over time itself. You know what I mean? Or it could be a mixture of both of them reacting to one another. But I do know that the straps over time can cause damage, especially on chrome cars. They just leave a mark on the finish. But I've seen straps do stupid stuff. That's why I always remove the strap. Black car by Ertl tend to be prone to paint rash. Yeah, well, that's what that one was. Luckily, my Fast and Furious Charger by Ertl Racing Champions is okay. But that Bandit hurt my heart because, like I said, it was never opened out of the box or anything. And I opened it up and I was like, oh, what the heck? Yeah, luckily, Patrick, they're starting to get away from straps. Like, we have company like Auto World that are getting away from the straps and just putting the car on like a tray that you slide out, and it's meant to slide out back in again. So luckily, some of the anti-corrosion oils can cause paint issues too. You know, some cars come oily. Oh yeah, that, you know what? I always Fall Guy truck came oily. A few of them came oily, but Fall Guy truck was one of them. What I thought that it was I thought that it was something for long. This was what I assumed, but I thought that it was something for long-term storage because if they don't sell, they got to sit in a warehouse somewhere. And I thought that it was something to maybe prevent corrosion. But yeah, I wiped it right off immediately because that's what I figured it might have been. Yeah, that's crazy. And that's awesome that you brought that up because I wouldn't have thought to bring that up about the oil stuff. But yeah, I remember in particular my Fall Guy truck had quite a bit of oil on it. And it was intentional. I remember it being intentional. And I remember thinking that it was a lubricant against rust. Like, I thought if these things end up in a warehouse for years, you never know. You know what I mean? And that's what I thought. So it sounds like my idea was right about that, at least. But yeah, I'm glad that I wiped it down anyway, because God knows what it'll do over time. I'm sure that there's a few people that probably left it on thinking that it protects it or something like that, but yeah, luckily I knew that it was just a storage thing. I'm trying to think of other cars that came with that. I had a few though, but Fall Guy for sure had it. Oh, Black Ghost also had it. Another green light actually. So that's two green lights I thought of right off the bat that had that stuff all over it. Green light soaks emits for when they're on the boat. Yeah. So that's that would be, yeah, exactly. That's very logical then, because yeah, the two that I think of right off the bat that had it are two green lights. So I don't know if you're catching this, Glenn, but if you open up diecast cars and if they have that oily stuff, you remember I showed you? Yeah, wipe it off because it's to keep the cars from rusting in transport and all that. But it's not meant to stay on there permanently. So
I got back in.
Turn off my hovering DeLorean since I made it crash and scared the crap out of myself. Oh, I'm gonna show. Somebody was watching the Blue Jays game, so I said that I was gonna show. You might like this. I got it for my friend the other day in the store. Another friend hid it for me, so it's actually Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah, Sean, it was you. Check this out. Normally, I'm not into this sort of thing, but it's bad luck if you leave a chase behind. Where did I put it? So those platinum chase things I've been showing you guys, like I have a Rocky figure and stuff. Toys R Us, they sell these too. I didn't even realize. And my friend found, if you see the platinum chase seal, it's this guy, Guerrero. I think the regular version, his shirt's a different color. Yeah, his shirt's light blue. The non-chase, he's wearing this color shirt here. But the chase, he's got the dark blue and the platinum chase thing. Yeah, that was at Toys R Us on Centennial. So if you have a Toys R Us where you live, keep your eye out for those. Because the platinum chases are pretty cool. I have a Rocky one too, actually. If I could see him anywhere. If I could... Oh, right here. Yeah, Rocky has been at EB Games. And these are the ones that I will collect. Because I love boxing, Rocky, all that. But they make platinum chases too. So that's pretty cool. Who am I missing here? Also be careful with cars and styrofoam clamshells. Put tissue paper between the paint and the foam. The foam can eat paint. Oh yeah, styrofoam. Yeah, for sure. When we put them back in there, we usually replace because they usually come with it. But yeah, you're right about the styrofoam. That's why they did away with styrofoam. Yeah. Oh, my buddy Frank's upstairs. That's all cool. Oh, my buddy Frank's upstairs. So that means, wow, I went over an hour and the time flew by and I didn't even realize. So I'm going to say goodnight to you guys so I'm not rude to my friend Frank now so I can go upstairs and so that he doesn't kill me for making him wait. And thank all you guys for coming. And I am going to look into, I'm going to do as much research as I can about the issue of paint rash. And just see what the heck we see. And then that way we could have a meaningful discussion about that. Because that's a good idea. I thought that we had some useful stuff tonight discussed. And thank you guys all for coming. And thank you all for your input. Yeah, this was awesome tonight, guys. Thank you all. And have a good night. And you guys know on Saturdays, either a video or a live, you're getting one of them out of me. That's my commitment, unless I'm sick or whatever. So you guys have a good night, and we'll see you